Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your second You Pick Tuesday matchup of the week. Chris Bumstead versus Regan Grimes, 2020 Mr.Olympia for both. And of course, Regan Grimes used to be a men's classic physique competitor. And he switched to open, and now a lot of people are saying, well, should Regan go back down to classic physique? He put on so much muscle in the last little while, it would be foolish, I would say, for him to go back down to men's classic physique. Now, the question is, should Chris Bumstead throw on the beef and go up to open class? You know what? There's a lot of people that would probably shake their heads at that, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say if Chris Bumstead did do that, he would rock the very foundation of the open class. Let's go through the poses, ladies and gentlemen, because, let's face it, guys, Regan Grimes, he's not a top 3 Olympia. He's not even a top 10 yet. He's still in the stewing pot, and you have to understand that. Chris Bumstead, also very young. Both of these guys, very young, so the sky is the limit. I just did a comparison between Ronnie Coleman, natural, quote-unquote, with Chris Bumstead, and Bumstead, he was right there with Ronnie Coleman, so he could do the same thing. He could balloon up and explode. Physique-wise, he is pretty much destroying Regan Grimes, with all due respect to Grimes. I mean, Chris Bumstead, this is a physique, guys. He lacks bicep peaks, but so does Regan Grimes, so he's definitely not going to lose out on that end. Let's go through the poses. Condition-wise, Chris Bumstead is definitely in better condition than Regan Grimes. Regan has possibilities in the front lat spread. He doesn't look too bad. Now, Chris Bumstead, just imagine this physique with a little bit of beef. Chris Bumstead. And you could see when he was standing next to Big Ramy, he didn't look too bad. He has that unbeatable structure. Fantastic. And the all-important aesthetics as well. Although I must say, Regan Grimes, like I said, he's not too bad in this shot. Turn to the side, and you can see Regan has some thickness. He definitely built on what he competed with in the men's classic physique division. But I just think Chris Bumstead is a world-class competitor, and he would be a top 10 competitor if he were to put on some beef and go to the Olympia on the open class. Look at the tie-ins of the legs on this man. And keep in mind, guys, this is a classic physique competitor. He's restricted in weight. He can only be so heavy. And he's going up against a open class competitor. And Regan Grimes, ladies and gentlemen, he should definitely not go back down to classic physique. He's winning pro shows. He's winning pro shows and getting his ticket to the Olympia. That's how it all starts. I mean, the guy's young, like I said. Go to the side tricep. Hard to size this exactly. I think I could have even stood to make Chris Bumstead a little bit shorter, even though he is taller. It's the way he's hitting the pose, very classically. And you may even take note, you longtime fans that watch both of my You Pick Tuesday matches, I did use and select a different pose for Chris Bumstead for every single pose, so I don't want to reuse the exact same version for 2 matches in a row. Plus, that would be too easy for me. You know what I'm saying, guys? Chris Bumstead, clearly, like I said, I might have sized it incorrectly, but in this comparison here, Chris Bumstead's world class and head and shoulders above Regan Grimes. But we haven't seen the back developments yet. And Chris Bumstead's back, it is fantastic. It lacks size, first of all. It was smaller than this, though, last year, or 2 years ago, the 2019. This is last year, I guess, 2020. But this is an improved Chris Bumstead lat insertions. Traps, legs, he's probably better than Regan Grimes. But Regan's not bad. He has a good back, a lot of potential. And condition-wise, they're close, but I would give an edge to Chris Bumstead, but Regan Grimes, he's twice as wide as Chris Bumstead, so take that into consideration. Rear double bicep, Now, this one here is a fantastic pose for Chris Bumstead. Revolutionary, guys, how much he improved from last year. Just as much as Dorian Yates from 92 to 93. Chris Bumstead, 2019 to 2020. Should go in the history books. Regan Grimes, he's pretty good. He actually looks a little bit more conditioned here in the hamstrings. Flexing them a little bit harder, I guess. Not a bad pose. Not a bad pose at all. Chris Bumstead, I'm a little bit more impressed by him. Look at the traps on the man. Look at the traps on Chris Bumstead. Twice as big as Regan Grimes. And he doesn't look as narrow in this one, does Chris Bumstead, like he did in the rear lat spread. Regan maybe a little bit wider in that one. So coming out of the two back shots, keep in mind now, condition probably would go to Chris. I might give Bumstead a slight edge. Go to the ab and thigh, and this one here surprises me. Look at Regan Grimes in this one. He is a dream wrapped in a blanket, is Mr. Regan Grimes, the Canadian boy. They're both Canadians. Two big Canadian. We're all good looking in Canada, eh? I'm just joking, guys. Both of these two studs, though, you could imagine they would not have a hard time picking up a date on a Saturday night. You know what I'm saying, guys? Fantastic, world-class physiques. Two dreams wrapped in two blankets. If you could imagine that. I hate to give Chris Bumstead a loss in this one, but I am very impressed by Regan Grimes in this ab and thigh. Might even give him an edge. Finish this one off. And no, this is not a 2020 Chris Bumstead, unfortunately. I don't remember him snapping a crab position most muscular. Regan Grimes, look at the big cannonballs he has that he calls traps. Huge big trapezoids. They're not trapezoids, guys. It's not a rhombus. He lacks a little bit of muscle separation in the delts, which you can see there for Chris Bumstead. And gosh darn it, Chris, why didn't you hit this pose this year? His legs were bigger. It would have looked like a completely different shot. But anyway, Regan Grimes, he'd probably win this one due to the size. But I don't know. Hard to say. Hard to say. Chris looks pretty ripped. He's peeled. Haven't done that voice in a while, guys. So there you go. Chris Bumstead, he is your winner, guys. He's taking names. He's taking them out on my channel. And I'm not being biased just because he's Canadian. Obviously, Regan Grimes, Canadian as well. If he went up to open class, and this is a bold prediction, guys. I don't think anybody else has made this prediction, but I think Chris Bumstead, we haven't even scraped the surface of this guy's history. He's going to go up to the open class, and he's going to have a dynasty. He's going to even defeat Big Rammy. Could you imagine that? Anyway, guys, if it happens, don't forget, I was the first one that said it. Hit thumbs up on the video. That is your You Pick Tuesday lineup. Get your request in, and how do you get your You Pick Tuesday matchup to be played next week? Has to have the most thumbs up. So even hit thumbs up on it after you make the request. And I will decide, or I will pick a day next week, and the one with the most thumbs up will be played. Have a great week, guys.